Yeah, man. Why you in July?
I had to restart another one.
Oh, yeah, that shit. Sound like you inside a dildo right now. Yeah, man. I guess the boxing section is having some technical difficulties. But shout out Box Talk. Shout out Combo. Combo, I'm gonna go live at 6 o'clock. Uh hey man, he got 5 views, right? But you feel me? If you support the channel and share the live, you feel me? Maybe he'll get some more viewers. He had to be somebody else to help him. The Mex, man. What's up with the Mex, man?
What's up, man? Just
Man.
yugging and thugging. What's up?
Oh shit, you on your turkey, huh?
Nah, I fucking
How you doing?
I'm out here. About to get a massage and shit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So, about to give me one of them deep tissue
All right.
massages.
Don't know any directions up there. Today's my first day. Yeah, so I would be just as lost. They got me at this damn old folks home doing front gate security, man. I don't know where the fuck nothing at.
Yeah, that was the polite John right there. We heard that. That was the work voice.
Yeah, you know, gotta get my corporate voice on.
There you go.
I can't be out here talking about, hey bitch, I don't know where the fuck you going, bro.
Hey, we can't let Kyle keep doing this shit.
What he do? What he do?
It's like when all the employees show up to work, but they can't get in because the boss ain't unlocked the door yet.
Bro,
what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Piece of shit. He used to make retards fight, fool. That's what's wrong with him.
Yeah,
what's wrong with
exactly
this guy?
His fucking problem.
Like, this motherfucker used to make retarded kids fight each other. That's how you know he ain't shit. Yeah. When it comes to anything that has to do with numbers, take Kyle out of the situation, bro. If it has to do with time, a date, or anything, take him out the equation, bro. Kyle is the idea guy. He is not the execution guy. That's what I have learned. That's what I've learned.
All I know is that dude in the comments can go fuck himself.
Well, what happened?
Dude in the comments talking shit for no reason.
Amazing icon. Who's he talking about?
Talking about he only got 5 views. Damn, nigga, you ain't never heard of building up your shit?
I mean, he's one of them if he's on here. Shit. Thank you. Thanks, Amazing Icon. Shit. Hey, what's up? We all going to that boxing? Hey, is that boxing shit still going on this weekend or what?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Cal trying to renege, but I'm down.
Cal always trying to renege, man. He wanted to travel to the middle of Oklahoma to go watch his homie fight, but can't support local shit.
Because his homie ain't on the card no more.
Oh, he's not fighting no more?
Nope.
Who's not fighting?
Fucking fuck, why am I forgetting his name right now? I'm drawing a blank.
Who, Amari?
No, on the local card.
Yeah, Amari. Is it Amari?
Amari,
Amari, yeah.
He's not fighting?
He's not fighting, so Cal don't want to support it no more.
Well, I kind of don't want to go either.
Damn. Man,
I wanted to see Amari, bro. That motherfucker's the truth, dog.
Man,
Yeah.
I thought we was going to have a link up. You feel me? I get to see Box Talk before he cut. Link up with Max.
I mean, I'll probably still do it. I'll probably still do it for that reason, but yeah.
I ain't really excited about meeting Combo. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not excited to meet police officers. I'm cool.
Yeah. Combo.
Wait, he's a cop?
Because I said
He's an ex-cop. He's an ex-cop.
That don't count.
Combo gonna cuss me out because I said fuck him.
He dropped out for a reason.
Oh, he left.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
He did his intel. I don't know, dog. See, my thing is this, like, It's just it's only a personal thing. It's like it's hard for me to trust someone that grew up and say, you know what, I want to be a cop. Like that right there is like,
I would be a cop.
oh, cool.
That's a cop, man.
I would. Nobody fucks with the cops. The baddest gang out there.
I mean, they are the baddest gang out there.
Yeah, government funded. Come on, man. They got uniforms and shit.
They got uniforms.
Yeah.
This was like, hey, the Nortes or the Suls have uniforms? No, all right, I'm a cop.
No, exactly. You see what I'm saying?
I need a uni.
Yeah. They're like the most legit gang out there.
For real. They tied in.
Yeah. That's factual. That's actual and factual. I just like, I don't know, man. Like cops just like here's the thing. Like, I'm not someone that says we need to defund the police or abolish police. I'm not on that movement. I just don't trust them. You feel me? And I still can be around people I don't trust. I just know I need to keep my eye on you. Like, you know, I'm not like all the way out of it.
Why not put people in there that you can trust?
Hey, but you don't trust black people either, and you still hang out with them every day.
I know, right? You infiltrated us. Why can't you?
I don't trust many people. I don't trust many people in general.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with cops.
Like I come from a introduction of mistrust, and then I get to know people, and then I'm like, all right. And then even then, it's like there's certain categories of trust. Like I trust you to do this, but I don't know if you're gonna do this. Like, there's like, can I leave my bitch around you? Trust? Can I leave my kid around you? Trust? Can I leave my money around you? Trust? Like these are like different trusts. And if I get packed out, you gonna help me?
Things that I would never do. I won't steal from you. I won't snitch on you. I will fuck your bitch. And the thing I do is fuck your bitch.
Here's my thing. I'm never mad at the homies fucking my bitch. It's more, did you pursue my bitch to fuck my bitch? Now, if my bitch came out and was like, hey, what's up? Let me get that. I mean, go do it as any man would. Just tell me, like, hey, you know your bitch ain't that.
This guy in the comments is just on one today. Let's keep trolling us so we can get some more people in here. He said, Max, you ain't making no money, man.
Hold on.
That's cool. He can think that. I ain't. I'm broke. I'm broke. You're right.
What money you make less than 6 figures?
I'm broke as fuck. I'm out here struggling.
Hey, what y'all think about the game yesterday?
It was a great game.
I think it was a great game with a shitty call in the end, but
it was a legit call though.
It was a legit call.
I mean, it was a legit call, but in the fourth quarter, when the other 3 quarters were played a different type of way, when they weren't calling that, because there was no holds, there was no really like there was good calls throughout the whole game. There was no like major calls like I don't know about that. There was, you know what I mean? Like they were all like legit calls. There wasn't no extra like, you know, ticky-tack type calls. It just seemed like in that moment that was kind of a ticky-tack. It wasn't even a catchable ball. So it's kind of like, I mean, he did grab him, but did it really impede him that much? I mean, compared to the shit we seen the whole game.
Yeah,
you know
I get what you're saying.
They let him play the whole game, and then right there on 3rd and whatever, it changed the whole. Because really, if that doesn't happen, that's an incomplete pass. It's 4th now. You know, it's 4th, but there's still like almost 2 minutes or 1:30 left on the clock at that moment in time. But then with that, they had a fresh first, take the clock down, game over. So I don't know. I didn't want it to come down to like a ticky-tack foul like that. Now, if it was like a clear push, like this nigga couldn't even run because type of shit and the ball's right there, I could totally call that. But Patty threw that shit in the back corner to get, you know, away from, you know, it wasn't really, I don't know. Because I felt like they did a good job letting them play. And I like seeing that. This is a Super Bowl. Everything on the line. Fuck all this little. We all know there's holding every play, but if it didn't impact the play, don't call it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Okay. Now, the real question. What did you guys think about the halftime performance?
Trash,
right?
Trash and probably some symbolizing sperm.
Bro, it was basic. Like, it was so simple.
Hey, but those fucking stages are hard as fuck, though.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's it. But those are hard, though.
That's it.
They really look like they were just, even though they're strings, they really look like they were floating up. That's just
look,
hard.
bro. All I'm saying is that one girl, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake had a titty, so that was cool. And then The Weeknd had hella mirrors. You remember The Weeknd had hella mirrors?
Yeah, that was hard.
That shit was trippy as fuck. That shit was dope. Dr. Dre had fucking Eminem, fucking Snoop. He had 50 Cent's fat ass in there. He had everybody, bro. Dr. Dre's was hard.
Okay, here's one thing. Like, as a man, I love to see, but like I will say this as a member of society and a father, I feel like on the Super Bowl, they definitely need to go to the max because it's Super Bowl, but they need to tone down some of these like messagings, like different weird shit they have because there's still kids watching this shit, bro. At the end of the day, it's a family event. It's on local television. It's during a primetime slot. Like, I think there should be more PG-13 than trying to like see as R as they can get without getting kicked off type shit, you know?
And
as a kid, I love seeing the Janet Jackson.
You're referring to what?
Just throughout the years, like as a kid, I love seeing Janet Jackson's titty. Couldn't believe it happened. Now, as a father with a young daughter, I would hate to see that shit if I think like, hey, come sit down and watch a game with me. Boom, you're about to see some crazy shit. You're about to see a horror. You're about to see some, because last year was some horror shit with or the other year with J-Lo and fucking Shakira. As a man, of course I love seeing them bitches get their shit off. Now, I'm sitting there in the same room with my fucking 11-year-old daughter, and hell nah. I told her she had to go somewhere else. She couldn't even watch the halftime show. Because like, I personally don't let my daughter be around shit like that, bro. Like, it's not a part of her life. It's not like, well, you can't help it. You might as well watch it. Like, nah.
I'm just going to ask you, by her being a female, like, I feel like more or less for a boy than a girl because it's the same thing they have. Like, it's like going to the locker room. I don't know if kids still do locker rooms, but you know what I'm saying? Then outside of your son seeing that and being
but I'm talking about the way. I'm talking about the way they portray themselves as women. I don't want my daughter to think that
like
that's how women are.
And all that.
Yeah.
Like
the only way you're gonna get anywhere to be famous is to be sexy. Yeah. Because mind you, these are icons. These are celebrities. These are the top, supposedly the upper echelon top bitches that have the money and the power and they can do what they want. But it's like if all of them pretty much only got there because they were sucking dick or popping pussy, then it would make young girls think like, damn, no matter how hard I work, the only way I'm really gonna be famous is if I got suck someone's dick and pop some pussy.
Backstage, Kyle. Shout out to Smoke. What's up, Smoke? Okay, now so I didn't think about it like that. I didn't think about them.
Now I don't need Maya Angelou out there reading poems and shit. You know, I'm not saying do all that. I mean, you can still do a bunch of choreography that's cool.
Women but I don't look at those women as in idols. Like I look at them as just
we don't. But if we don't, but if you start thinking. Yeah, young women, you don't know who really do they have to look forward to. Like if you're a young 11-year-old, 12-year-old girl coming into your body, hormones kind of coming in, you becoming feminine. Who are you looking at?
You got it. Yeah,
I'm just thinking, but I'm thinking like what? Like what women are out here that your daughter could be like? I want to be like her. Like
Lizzie McGuire, God damn it. Topanga.
Put Maya Angelou up there. Fuck all that. Put Maya Angelou up there.
Yeah, of course. And I'm saying, like, we don't need that, right? We don't need that. But I think there's a bunch of dance moves you could do that don't include your ass and pussy. I think there's a lot of, things you could do that don't include your ass and pussy and tits as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that you can still put on a hell of a fucking performance. You can still put on a hell of a show.
So, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Why didn't you just change the channel?
I had my daughter leave the room.
Yeah, I said, why did you just change the channel? Since you had such a problem with the performance, why didn't you just change the channel?
Because unlike some, I am not someone that says, hey, that shit's wrong. Let me turn the other way and just leave then. No, if I see a crackhead smoking in front of the school, I'm not gonna be like, well, I guess I gotta change my kid's school because this crackhead won't stop smoking. I'm
asking, why did you change the channel to television? Not why did you change the schools for your daughter? Why didn't you just change the channel? Why did you send your daughter either? If you don't like what's on TV,
because why she don't have to watch it?
He's not saying he don't like. He said he doesn't like it for his
right.
child.
Okay, so there it is. You like to see that shit.
I said that.
Right. So you like to see it. They're making money doing it.
That's what I started off my shit with.
So what you're effectively doing is saying everybody likes this stuff. These women are rich and powerful because everybody likes this stuff. But daughter, you can't do this thing that make these women rich and powerful, even though I like it.
Yep.
I like blowjobs.
Absolutely.
I don't want my daughter.
Yeah. Your dad loves blowjobs, so let me teach you how to give her proper blowjobs and find a husband. Like,
Do you think, okay, I got you. So I'm sorry. Do you think that your daughter is going to
And first of all, I can't change the channel because it's
blowjobs
not
and not
me.
do
It's not my
blowjobs? Do you
TV.
have to teach her how to do
It's not my
blowjobs?
TV.
What?
It's not my TVs. I can't change the channel. I'm at a Super Bowl. I'm at a watch party watching the Super Bowl at someone's house,
Oh,
and my
there we
daughter's there
go.
watching it with me.
That's the answer.
So you
That's
gotta
the
leave.
answer. That's
There you
the
go.
answer. Okay, there we go.
And if
At
it was
your
at
own
my
home.
house,
At your own home,
I mean,
you
I
might
went-
change the channel.
I went on a smoke break. Rihanna came up. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stand outside, watch through the window and smoke because I mean, it ain't gonna be no shit
I'm just
anyway.
saying, I watch
But-
all the sex scenes on P Valley, but I cover my kids' eyes.
For sure.
I mean, it is what
See,
it is.
but
My kids
see,
grown.
but something like P Valley, going into it, it says right there, mature setting might mean before the show even starts. The Super Bowl, it's not that, right? Because there is no ratings when it comes to sports. They're not rated one way or another.
Yeah.
But also,
So-
you think about it when it's Rihanna, like the artist, so you kind of know her art.
Yeah.
She's a racy. Like I wouldn't expect Madonna to come in a full length.
Of course not.
Coat, you know what I'm saying? Little Kim.
And I'll say, as far as what she was wearing, was cool. Like, obviously, she's pregnant, whatnot, but like, she didn't come in dressed like a slut and everything, so that was cool. And even like her song, she didn't really gyrate too much. Obviously, I don't think she could because she was pregnant. But I mean, most of the dancers were men and they were moving like women, so that was already a whole thing too. But regardless of any of that, like this show, I don't think was as bad as the J-Lo and Shakira show, and obviously the Janet Jackson shit is a little more tame, a little more mild.
So
And-
devil's advocate, how do you feel about Ring Girls?
I mean, it's kind of the same. I mean, it's not like a close your eyes type thing. They walk around with their little sign for a minute and go down. And I don't think any girl, there might be out there, but I don't think the average young adolescent is watching boxing and be like, you know who I want to be? The Ring Girl. Like, people want to be Rihanna. People want to be J-Lo. They want to be Shakira. They want to be
But you
Nicki.
don't
They want to
your
be
daughter
Nick.
to be that.
But just like they
not
say
your
murder on TV or video games, they desensitize us from it. Do you think if we took our daughters to a fight and they're looking at the Ring Girls carrying a car, they're like, oh, you know what? Look at her. And my father's watching this girl carry this card, and all these guys are here. She's in her bathing suit and a bikini, and she's in a phone. It can't be that bad.
Just say, like, I don't want my daughter to be Beyonce. Fuck that. I don't
But
want
I'm
to show her
asking
the
a serious
ass. I don't
question,
want to
like-
dance in.
like,
I
I
don't want
miss
to
the
wake
Ring
up like
Girls.
that. I don't want to be
Yeah,
mad.
I
don't let my daughter do none of that shit. My daughter,
Yeah,
no.
of
Keep
course
your
not.
head straight. Keep your
I want my
fucking
daughter
head
to be a
straight.
nun, broke as fuck and like virtuous.
No,
Or a lesbian.
I don't want to be broke as fuck. I want to
I
be
mean, but
well
rather you'd rather her
educated.
be broke as fuck than
No.
be.
My daughter could be a great dyke.
I don't think getting money has anything to do with your sexuality unless you're selling your body.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing, right? They're selling the sexuality.
Okay, so yes, then in that case, I absolutely never want my daughter to sell her body. If that's what the argument is. The fuck?
Right.
I'm far off for that.
I mean,
Baby,
it
stay
depends on
broke.
what you mean by.
Daddy work
so
for
I'd
you.
here's the
rather
thing.
her go to
Let-
college.
let-
I'd rather
let-
her save herself till she gets
Okay,
married,
so
have
hold
sex
up
with
a
one
second.
dude,
Just
and
so I
have a
understand
family. Yeah,
Just so I
I'd
understand
rather
this.
that.
So, would you rather your son not play football?
Yes, if I had a son, I probably wouldn't let him play football.
What about basketball?
I wouldn't mind basketball. I don't think
What
it's
about
destructive.
isn't he selling his body?
Maybe
And those dudes are like
Sexually?
damn near half naked, right?
sexually.
No one's penetrating him.
I
Sexually,
mean, no one's
Now-
penetrating Madonna either. No one's
Sexually?
penetrating Beyonce either.
Yeah, but
What?
they give the idea, and they're selling the idea of it. It's just like stripping. You're selling the idea. Of
But
being
they're not strippers
What do
either.
you- wait,
They're not
wait,
any
what do
of
you
those
mean?
people.
What do you mean? No one's penetrating Madonna when she's one of the most? She's like a Hall of Fame hoe.
Well, that's because that's Madonna in her private life. As a pop star, nobody's penetrating. That's not her job is to get penetrated. It's not like she's out here being Janet Jameson or like
She's vocally being Janet
Holly
Jameson.
Hunter or whatever. Like,
That's
like,
the
that's
name.
the
vocally-
thing. You guys are really loose with your terms because you're like really afraid of women's sexuality.
Smoke, you
So
gotta
really, I'm just
update
talking about a pop star at
your-
this point.
Here you go. Dun, 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 dun.
You gotta update. You gotta update your Rolodex, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like you guys, like you use these
No,
blanket
no,
terms,
no,
bro.
no,
Like
no.
because that,
That was some old ones, dude.
El
Like,
Capitan.
I mean,
Still smoke, don't watch
listen. You're
that.
okay. So hold on a second. Now you're telling me that you don't want your daughter because you don't want your daughter to become Beyonce. That makes me a captain.
No, you said because
I'm just
we're
trying to
afraid
figure out
of
why you
women's
don't want you like
sexuality.
they selling about
No.
it. Is it okay?
You
do
defending
do you
hoe
think
shit as
Beyonce's
women's
selling her body?
sexuality is the captain shit.
No, I just want to know. I just want to know. Do you think Beyonce is selling her body? Yes or no?
Yes.
I think she's done some freaky shit to get to where she's at for sure.
Okay, but I'm not talking about. Do you think she's on a casting couch? I'm asking you. Do you think that she sells her body for money?
I mean, maybe not directly.
Okay, so not directly. So
Yeah.
if your daughter could be Beyonce without going the casting couch record way, right? Like, you know, you got dad in her life, got her career, apparently like Beyonce supposedly had.
No.
Right? So
No, I wouldn't want her career to pattern Beyonce. Now, she wanted to become a singer and a pop star without doing shit, yes. But when you get there, keep yourself presentable, look like a fucking woman. You can still have a beautiful voice with hit songs. You don't need to be half naked
Jennifer
and
Hudson,
shaking your
let me
ass.
go back 1 second. Go back on the
Jennifer
rant a
Hudson,
little
Alicia
bit.
Keys.
Go back a little bit on the rant.
Yeah.
Do you think do you think Beyonce doesn't look like a woman?
I think Beyonce knows that she looks so much like a woman, or she uses her women qualities, physical traits. I'm sorry.
I think she
uses
looks
her
like
female
a
physical traits
female.
as a benefit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a
No, per
female.
se.
What is the difference between a female and a woman?
No, but she uses.
I think a woman is a respectable
follow this
female.
train of thought. That's all. Like just one guy's train of thought, not like a group think for a second, but just like
Yeah.
because
No,
he said
I
he went on a little bit of rant. I got a little bit.
I think a
confused.
woman is a respectable female. That's
Oh,
how I
okay, right. That's a
characterize.
judgment call, right? You keep judging what.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, for sure.
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like I think a hoe is a promiscuous, non-respectable woman, not necessarily
Goddamn,
a
Jezebel.
prostitute
Yeah,
or a whore.
right. So what do you call a prostitute? You say the whole thing? You say like
prostitute. Hell
every,
yeah.
every single time.
Hell
Prostitute.
yeah.
Do you say
A
prophylactic
prostitute.
instead of like
A prostitute, because that's the worst thing you can call a bitch is a prostitute or a trollop. But you
Okay,
don't call
so
a
now wait a
prostitute.
minute, hold up. So now you're calling non-prostitutes prostitutes also?
No, I say
Like,
that's what you call prostitutes.
really, you just
That's what you
figure
call
out how to say the
prostitutes.
most worst thing to fucking people that you can think of. Is this really what's happening?
But I think hoe is more of a general statement culturally now. It doesn't mean
I
just
mean, it
a
sounds like
prostitute. It just
prostitute
means
is too, right? It
promiscuous.
sounds like for you, it's all just a slur for
No.
what you don't like.
Wait. When did I ever say I called a non-prostitute a prostitute?
You just said the thing. You said they get so mad if you call her prostitutes. What if
I'm talking
why
about
would
the
you call like, a
prostitutes.
prostitute wouldn't get mad at that? Like,
The prostitute. That's what I call prostitutes.
yeah, but you literally said that women get so mad when you call them prostitutes.
They do.
So listen.
Okay,
so listen.
not prostitutes.
I've learned
For
So
sure.
it sounds like you're calling non-prostitutes
For sure.
prostitutes.
No, I'm
I've
calling
learned
prostitutes
to call
prostitutes, and they
No,
don't like being
prostitute
called
does not care about being
prostitutes.
called a prostitute.
No, they do
Listen.
care.
It sounds like he's talking about.
I've learned
They do care.
to call prostitutes love prostitutes. It's
Le
more
prostitute,
respectful.
le prostitute, le prostitute.
Love
You guys are
He said love prostitutes.
Love prostitutes.
He put a little
le
twist on that bitch. It'll make you feel bad for giving them your
ain't
money.
no hoe.
Yeah.
You ain't no prostitute. You a love prostitute.
Hey, I just want to know. Hey, Smoke.
Yes,
do you
sir.
have a law degree?
Say again?
So, do you have a law degree?
No, that's my dad.
Oh shit!
That's my
He
dad.
he probably like an econ or poly science major. He's giving off really
Smoke can argue.
poly science or
Man.
anthropology.
Nah, I went as a scientist, but I came out a liberal artist.
I know. Oh my god! I should have known the school you went to. Damn, why didn't they
Nah,
think that?
fuck that. Let's get back to the fucking subject matter. There's nothing wrong with men not wanting their daughters to be whores, prostitutes, promiscuous women, or seen
Okay,
in
I'm
that
talking about
light.
Beyonce, man. Like,
So-
we're talking about Beyonce. Everybody, like, yes, everybody wants their daughter to be a whore. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's not controversial.
That's what
Like,
that's what this whole
bring
fucking
the
argument was
picture
based
that
on.
nobody's arguing. Yay, let's keep our daughters out of clear heels. No shit. Every father on earth is going to sign up for this. However, they're also going to figure out how to get some girls at the clear heels at their fucking party. So let's just stop with the bullshit. So, we got it.
Yeah,
We
but
got
they're
it.
not my daughter. They're somebody else's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone
That's
else
the whole
failed.
thing. Is that correct? I got it.
So my
You
job
only
is
care
for
about somebody
my
else's daughter.
to not go
You don't
down
care
that
about
road.
somebody else's daughter
If
where you care about your own. Got
Hey,
it.
I know to raise mine the way that she ain't gonna have to do that, and she should
Yeah,
know
but you
better than
still
doing
right.
that.
But you still don't have compassion enough to understand somebody
See,
else's daughter. No mind clear heels.
I
You
do
don't
have
want your daughter.
compassion.
It's not even
We got the hypocrisy of it all. We got the
But I-
self-interested hypocrisy.
it's not
That's
just
really
the daughter
but
thing though.
nobody's arguing.
It's any
But
woman
nobody's
close to
arguing
me. It's any woman close to me. It's not just my daughter. It's my daughter, my mother, my wife. Like the
Okay,
three
I
most
got it.
important women in my life. I would never want any of them to be in this light. Period.
So here's the thing. So here's the whole thing, like saving hoes. Like I don't even frequent hoes. Like the whole clear heels thing. I don't even do that thing. So like this shit that you guys are on, it sounds like you guys are saving hoes by paying them. But whatever. That's a different thing.
I only paid for
I'm
one,
not
and it was a
I'm not even
midget,
trying
and
to
I
talk
don't
about that.
regret it.
Like literally nobody
It was
wants
only
their
one.
daughter. to be a sex worker. So this whole thing that you're like trying to argue for, nobody is arguing against. You're just boxing in shadows at this point.
But that's what I'm saying. You came into a conversation that we were having based on Super Bowl shows and based on the appearance of things. And you brought up Beyonce
Oh
shit.
my God!
That's because we're talking about because we're talking about Super Bowl shows. So
He's
like,
part
so
of
now
the
the whole
Beehive.
idea is like correct. So now the whole idea is are because they're gyrating, are they now selling their bodies and therefore no longer role models for their daughters, right? Because these women are making hundreds of millions of fucking dollars being pop stars. This whole society that you were talking about apparently says that they shouldn't exist.
Why she can't want to be like Condoleezza Rice?
Who the who?
Yeah.
Because who the hell is that?
Yep.
Who the fuck is that
Condoleezza
guy?
Rice. Her name sounds like a Mexican dish. Who sent her back from Mexico? The Mexicans
did you say Condoleezza Rice?
Yes.
Bucktooth and Alone?
Hey, I met Condoleezza Rice, and she is actually really cool, bro. She's actually cool.
Bucktooth and Alone, okay.
Hey, that's okay. She got daddy.
I mean, cool. I mean, there's a bunch of them like that. But why do they have to be?
I mean, if that's the worst thing you can say about her. I mean, when you talking about these other bitches, you talking about they got money, they got money. You ain't mentioned Condoleezza Rice's money.
Now I got you. You would like your daughter to be a nun and also very powerful.
Socks off, baby.
No, I don't want her to be a nun because I don't believe in religion like that.
Condoleezza Rice, when you ever seen her with anything? What is she? Does she like women? Does she like men? Do you even know?
I don't know.
Does it even matter? Like,
she might not even like nothing.
Yeah, that's
I know
what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
all over television whatever she like and what she look like.
She might buy it.
I haven't seen her in a onesie and a thong.
No, I mean,
but she might. But as far as you know, she likes the girls in clear heels. Like, I don't know.
See, and this. Hold on. This brings me to. Hey, this brings me to another question that I've been wanting to talk to you guys that have daughters on here, right? Because this is where I feel I come at the crossroads of my life with my parenting life. I want, now that I've done a good job raising my daughter to not be this, not be that, boys of no boys, blah, 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 right? But how do I go from there to being like, look, I hope you find a good man at an early age and start a family and get married. Right? If I've told you your whole life that boys is not the business, don't be in relationships.
Oh, how you
going to find a successful relationship, but a man you're going to settle down with and have a family with in your younger years? Because I want you to be 40, 50, 60, 3, 4 baby daddies. You know what I mean?
Hold on, baby.
There's a great question.
So it's like,
finally, positive things, not just negative reinforcement. Not just, hey, don't be a hoe, don't be a bitch. Show them what to be, not just what not to be.
I do both. I do both in extremes. I'm extremes both ways.
That's the question.
Like my thing is like my baby mama is a great example. My baby mama is actually a great example, even though things happen the way it happened. But as far as my daughter, what she knows, what she's seen, she been with her same dude like 11 years. My daughter's 13. They got married. They have a kid of their own. They've been living together. Like she has that, right? And so it's like, and I encourage like, hey, you know, one day you will, because she don't want to get married. But I'm like, one day you will get married. You'll have a family, have your own kids. You know, I don't bring it taken out of her mind, but it's like, where do you go this way though? Where do you go when boys are bad to find the right one? At a younger age, not an older age.
You let them know that, hey, I'm not grooming you for a boy. I'm grooming you for a strong man, right?
Yeah.
And I always tell
what the
my
hell are you talking about?
Because it's a difference.
You grooming her for a man? Are you a pimp? You your daughter pimp now? You're gonna
be a wife,
you
not a
literally
girlfriend.
just say you grooming your daughter for a man?
Yeah. Are you
Is
not?
that what you just said?
When you're raising a child, what are you?
Yes,
doing?
you're not grooming her for a man.
What are
You're
you
just
doing?
raising your child, right? You're trying to make him
So what's the problem? So what's the issue that you have with the system? The grooming or the man issue? What part of it is that the problem?
Because like really
the term grooming.
And so for me, my role as a parent, I thought, was to provide a positive role model and to prepare them and to have them to be productive members of their society and to be like, you know, useful members of the, basically the human race. Wherever they
and part of doing that,
they can figure out how to, how to be helpful and also how to get their needs met. So they have healthy boundaries that serve themselves and everyone around them, right? That's pretty much my job. Like grooming for a man seems like really specific.
But
they don't have really anything to do with anything.
No. So it got specific because you're speaking about a specific issue or a specific situation, and that's talking about dating. When you say, so like right now, I'm with my daughter, right? She's 1. She's not going to touch a door. She doesn't touch a door. She knows not to touch a door. That's not because she's 1. She's not going to touch a door. She knows how to touch a door.
She's not going to touch a door?
No.
She's not gonna touch the doors.
Not while me and her brothers are here.
She has touched doors a bunch. I don't know
Going to
where
custody
you get the
saying-
idea that you can tell that never is she going to touch a door. But it
No,
sounds
you're
like
not
a
listening.
really
See, now
weird
you're talking a
suggestion.
definite. I said as long as she's with me or her brothers, she knows that, hey, that's not what she's supposed to do. So she's gonna go up there and
Well, hold up a second. How does she know that? Do you guys communicate this message to her telepathically? Or are you just like bullying your 1-year-old into like not touching doors?
custody change again. So what you do is you continue the same thing over and
You put
over.
you put electric cords to the doorknob and shock the shit out your face.
No. So what you
When you put hot sauce in your mouth and every touch the doorknob,
let
is there a mousetrap on the
she
doorknob?
goes and grab the door. So
You-
she goes and grabs the door. I grab everything.
Home Alone?
I still grab it. Can you hear me?
Huh? Yeah. No, it's breaking
So
up.
when she
There's a
goes
lot,
to grab
there's
the
a lot of stuff. But I'm waiting for this Home Alone, like the spin on Home Alone you got with this doorknob. Let's go.
It's
What you
not a
got?
spin at home alone. It's just like teaching a young man to open the door, Smoke.
You teach your 1-year-old to never touch it?
I teach her.
So you start the brainwashing early. You start the brainwashing before they even like know
I
their name.
show her. It's how is that brainwash?
Hold on. He talking about chivalry, Smoke. He's saying like you know how you open the car door for your woman, you open the door for your woman, let her walk through.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. He's not talking about just like not touching random doors.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying he's booby trapping the doorknob with his weirdo fucking obsessions about what men and expectations from men and women. Even before he's even probably potty trained the kid.
Hey, you're being obnoxious as fuck today.
I know,
Smoke.
and that's
What's
how I
up,
am, bro.
dog?
Like you got your opinions are fucking obnoxious. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm
Did
giving
you
it the
not eat
proper
your
energy it
breakfast
deserves.
this morning, Playboy?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like
damn.
you're about to heat the doorknob up. Is that what you gonna do? Don't touch the door.
He's obviously not talking about extreme shit, but he's teaching
Get
her a
out of here.
lesson. And men
Man,
should be
you guys
opening
sound
doors for women.
ridiculous. What's your fucking like?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that
You don't
either.
understand how absurd you sound? Do you really think that this sounds plausible? Like somebody shouldn't be laughing at you?
How does that not sound possible?
No, I think that's a great
Okay,
lesson
you
to
think
teach.
okay, you think
teach a child.
you think that is appropriate to teach your 1-year-old daughter to never touch a doorknob?
Yes, that men should
You
open
think
doors
that's
for
appropriate?
women.
Okay, yeah,
I think
cool.
so.
Then
Because at the
cool.
same time,
Then
at the
cool.
same
Then
time,
I'm
he's
gonna
teaching his
keep up with my
son.
Home Alone
He's teaching
fucking
his
thing.
son
You
that
should put
his
a
son
booby
needs to be
trap on.
opening doors. So
Okay,
it's a 2-for-1.
Okay, so why wouldn't your daughter be like every other human being and just be interested in what it's like to turn a doorknob? And if she is interested, like every human being is, to just see how the physical world around them works, why would you deprive them based on some weirdo fascination you have with keeping up traditions that are probably long fucking dead?
He just him when he around.
So I don't get. Yeah, I don't see how you don't get it because you're a very intelligent person. So
I agree with what? I agree with what premise?
You gotta be trolling.
That like kids shouldn't have doorknobs, like to know how to work doorknobs.
No, so
No, I
does
don't
my
agree with
daughter
that premise at
know how
all.
to-
It sounds
daughter-
fucking ridiculous.
Hold on. So does my daughter know how to turn a doorknob? Yes. But does my daughter know when she's walking into the door and I'm there or her brother's there, she's not supposed to touch it? But she will open the door for her. She knows when she sees it. She sees her flower. She knows when she gets her food. She waits to eat her food. She knows
It's like
that.
training her for when she starts dating.
So basically, when she has a man, she'll be like thinking about like fucking her brothers and her dad.
Yeah, so she's not gonna accept bullshit.
No, she'll
Okay,
be thinking-
that's not sexual bullshit. Okay, so she's gonna be attracted to
It's
her
called a
brothers and her
standard.
dad.
You set a standard.
Okay,
You set a
all
Most
right.
women,
Sounds
look for
incestuous
their,
as hell to me, but
their
okay.
dad and
If you
their
think so.
man.
I mean,
I mean,
whatever,
they
guys.
say
Whatever.
most women do date, their dad's version of a man if they had one. But
I mean, some version, but
and
yeah,
vice
dads
versa
and
of
brothers.
mothers. That a lot of men date women that are like their mothers.
Yeah, they can if they got mommy and daddy issues. But I mean, those are the ones in the clear heels. But
What if we had a good ass mama and we like, I love the
That
way
makes
she nurtured.
mom
I
and
love
daddy
the
issues.
You feel me?
For real.
I think
I
it's
literally
average
just said
age,
it.
but
I
I wouldn't
agree,
want a
too.
woman like
I'm not
his
saying
mama.
this. I don't even know what normal, but like parent, but like the whole like mommy daddy issues. What does that really mean? But it could mean that you're like have unhealthy boundaries because you're trying to work out some relationship with your parents. I guess maybe
You
that's
had
the
a-
unhealthy
Smoke.
thing. I don't know.
Smoke.
Or you
have
don't know what
children,
real
right?
love is because the two people
No,
are supposed to
I'm
love
just
you
talking
the
about when they
most
say
didn't.
mommy daddy issues. I'm just saying I don't know what they're referring
No.
to.
Makes
I'm
no
asking you
firsthand.
this question. No, can I answer this question?
Let him
Smoke,
tell
you have
you.
children, right? And I believe you have a daughter. So how do you raise your daughter on to dating?
How do I rate my daughter? Is for the most
How did you
part
get your-
raised.
Okay, and how did you deal with that?
How did I deal with what?
The question at hand.
What's the question at hand?
When it's time for your daughter to start dating, how do you help her navigate the waters from a male perspective?
Oh, geez. All right. So, my daughter, hey, it's kind of simple and very easy for me. Like my daughter liked fucking goddamn Korean fucking femboys. It didn't exist. She was in it's super easy. That shit. The dudes she liked were damn near girls. They weren't trying to do a damn thing except for like give her corsage and tell her how pretty she was.
That's it.
And how
Pretty much.
did you teach think about the etiquette of how to carry herself when she's with these young men? Or you just
I mean, etiquette, but
question.
etiquette is. I mean, do you teach your daughter? I mean,
Yeah, like
everyone
crossing
teaches
lanes
daughter
when you wear a
that
dress and a
is a
skirt, you know, like little things like that.
cursing.
Women
What
least
do you
one
say?
of the
Do you
shit.
do what? Do you do what?
Like you keep your legs crossed when you have skirts and dresses on, and different
We so
things like
far
that.
from the 50s, y'all.
Nah, but still,
Yeah,
you
I
shouldn't be
mean,
spreading. You know,
yeah,
got
yes,
fucking
but
dresses on, dude.
yes, my
Hey,
daughter
can you hear
knows
me?
how to wear
Can you hear
skirts
me?
and dresses, so
Okay,
that
so
Can
you
we're
so you
not
still
looking at
instill
her.
certain morals and boundaries as a woman.
Well, it's not even that. It's just that you don't want people necessarily looking at your vag unless you want them to look at your vag. So you teach them like
Facts.
if you like like how
Keep
to
your privates
control that
private
line of sight. Like the hell?
and call privates for a reason.
Hey, y'all,
Yeah, like, but
hey,
it's
can
not
y'all hear
even
me?
about like I don't know. It's not even so much ladylike. It's just like, hey, this does this does this that. Know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. For me, it's a tough transition. I really don't know. It's the only kid I got, and a lot of the homies I got have younger daughters than me, so they haven't reached these crossroads yet. And
Now,
I'm like, she does cool. She has friends that are guys that she knows like you're not gonna be dating. She don't want to date no one. She wants to be. And she has all of her own ideas that a fucking 13-year-old has. I'm gonna be a fashion designer, I'll be this and that. But her focus isn't on boys and love. But at the same time, you know, as a woman, you do have a limited window of when you can have kids safely, which is usually under 35, but really should be probably under 30. And then, so it's
Hey,
like
can
you
y'all
really
hear me?
got to try to get
what
married
the
before
hell?
30 and have
Hey,
Your
kids.
daughter's what? 13.
Hey, can
So
y'all
you
hear me?
got like 27 years. I mean, 17 years.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I got 17 years, but
Yeah,
17 years to hopefully find like a man that she can settle down with forever as her husband.
Okay, so two things, but before you like get yourself, start hyperventilating. Like people they're living longer, right? And but they're having even pregnancies longer, and like as your daughter approaches 30, I'm sure at 35 at least, I'm sure that window will probably be extended by 5 more years, right? So like really, and not only that, they've decided like the way
Biologically,
that
not
people are
yet.
the way that people are forming families is like vastly different for me than it was for my parents, and for my parents different than their parents, and it's
Yeah.
very different than my parents' grandchildren, right? It's
Hey,
just
can
going to be
y'all hear me?
changing. Like this idea that like I'm going to prepare them for their own lives based on like what used to be. Like what used to be is not what you thought it was, and it's never coming back.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
No, it's
Yeah,
based
we
on
hear you. We hear you. We hear you.
a moral though. It's
All right,
based
hey,
on
let me
moral you
ask y'all a
determine. Not
question.
now that moral might have came from back in the day, but it doesn't mean that it's not relevant, right? Like
No, I'm just talking about the family formation. Like
yeah,
today, like
but I'm
people are
saying
like they're talking about like
bio.
real men and real women and all this
Okay,
like weird
but
shit.
as of 2023, biologically, women's eggs vastly decrease after 30, and by 35, they're very tough pregnancies to get through. So
Right. I
if you
mean,
know that, then you got to prepare your daughter to possibly have kids, before
right,
that,
but that fact doesn't exist in a vacuum. In
and then to have
2013,
kids, you have
in
to have
2013,
sex, and then to
what I'm
have
trying to tell,
sex, you got to be a guy. So then
this is
the
what I'm
guy,
trying,
you know what I
this
mean?
is
You
what
got to
I'm
go
trying to tell you,
backwards.
bro. This is what I'm telling you is in 2003, that number was different. Like if you look at the trend and your daughter getting older, the trend is that she will probably be able to have a safer pregnancy later on in life. But even beyond that thing, I'm just saying that the way that families are formed seems to be different today than it was 50 years ago. So the idea of like a right man and a wrong man, like the
Yeah,
people that she
families
has
suck
access
today.
to are not men at all. They're like little
Families
kids.
fucking suck today.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
There aren't a
It
lot
is.
of them. There's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of
I think
successful ones.
relationships have always sucked, kind of, and they just suck in a different way today.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. I got a question. I got a question. For the men with daughters, would you do an arranged marriage?
No, but I do want to
Yeah.
be involved in who my daughter is dating if I approve of him.
I tried to
Never.
get it. I tried to. I was when I
I
lived in
gotta go grab this
India.
massage. Though. I'll be back on in an hour.
When I lived in India, they tried to rope me into an arranged marriage. It was one of their like American black friends. One of
How the hell?
Indian
And how
family.
old are you going through that?
I
Well, you're
was
actually you were born in what
27,
the?
26, 27.
Okay, so this is for context. When were you born? Like what year? Just in context, just so I can put all this in
71.
context. And they were still doing arranged marriage? Or that's just like your family thing?
No, they're
or
doing
what
arranged
was it?
marriages today in India. Like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, if you think you
I don't know. I
control
think
who your
arranged marriage
daughter
is not
date, you
bad because
crazy.
it's some hoes out here you don't want to run into. Like if an arranged marriage can stop me from running into some of the hoes I ran into, I'll take it. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's generally like, you know, the families know each
And
other
then
and all that
yeah,
stuff. But
and morals. So like, because when you get married and stuff, morals and all that goes a long way.
it's also
And
a
if
way
you're
for the old people to control the young people
And
for
yeah,
life.
arranged
So
marriage,
it's an entire
but it
like
does take a
social
lot of
unit.
that crap out the play.
Like if you
arranged
want to
marriages is money married into money. Like it ain't just arranging broke people. It's
Yeah.
beneficial for this person to marry this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the old
Yeah.
people like work out all their issues, and the babies,
See,
the next generation, and
but
like
you know the other thing about those arranged marriages, at least over there, is they start them so young that they pretty much do groom the kids to end up loving each other. You know what I mean? Like they put them
Yeah.
around each other, they get them to show each other respect, and love at an early age. Where it's just like
it's
this has
not
been my
it's not
girl
even
since as long
that.
as I remember.
It's not even that.
It's-
They don't have love as a fucking as a priority in
yeah,
this
they
whole
don't.
fucking thing. It's
Yeah.
just like marriage is like if you find love, cool, but that's not what the purpose of marriage is necessarily. If you find love in your marriage, cool, but good for you. But that's
Yeah. Love is
like
pretty
that
much the
whole like
last
thing
thing on
about
their mind.
happiness is like an American thing.
Yeah. There's not a lot of freedom, man, but I would like my daughter to feel like she loves a man, but I just want to be like, all right, let me see what's up with this dude. You feel me? We're going to get some background checks.
All that,
Yeah, you
and
do your
you're still
best,
not
right?
gonna be
I
able
don't
to
know. Like
control it.
my So here's the other thing. My wife, she was really sheltered, and so was my daughter. So it was just a different thing. Like she's grown up with the same friends that were friends of my friend, like from the friends that I had from when I was a kid. So it was just kind of a close community of everybody kind of knowing everybody. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a different. The idea of boys and dating. Like she went out to rave and stuff, but it was like girls in the back. Mom was there at the rave, chaperoning the whole thing. Like it's just sheltered life. It's a little bit like the Indian style where you see the whole family at the club, like grandma's right there at the club with the fucking babies. It's kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not, and I try to like, pretty much I try to just put up bumpers. Like, I don't want to have her with the blinders. I put up bumpers, and it's like, go and do whatever you want between these bumpers. Bounce up, down, left, right, fuck up a couple times. Just stay within these basic guidelines, And so far, she's a great kid. I have no issues, no problems. So far, everything's turned out fine. But it's just like, okay, we're coming into like the second act now,
It's those
of
it's
these
those lines
prime
of
years.
communication, like that, being able to safely explore these things, and then also not having to like come up against your ego. Like it's a bunch of ego checking and conversations. Like really, that's the bottom line of it all. It's just like, I'm just checking in. What's up with this photo right here? You know, why you watch how you present yourself to the world. This kind of stuff, but. I don't know, but it's
But hold
more
on,
like just
but
being
is there something
mindful of
wrong with
things.
that? Because I do the same thing to my sons. Like, yo, don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't act
exactly.
like
It's not
that.
even
Yeah.
it's not a don't do that or do that. This is
This is what happens if
what
you
you
do
have
this.
to
You do
also account
this.
for.
You're portraying this. Do you want to? Are you willing to deal with what comes with this? There's
Well,
nothing
you
wrong
don't
with
even
that.
know what comes with this, right? This is what you can expect. These are
So,
some of the
okay,
things that you can expect.
perfect example, right? My son, my oldest son, he wanted to get dreads really bad. I'm like, Jalen, you don't want to get dreads. But Dad, all my friends have them. I don't think you should get dreads. His mother, oh, he doesn't like his hair. Jalen, you're a young black boy. You're in DC. You go to school in the projects. You don't need to betray that image because the first thing someone's going to do is when they see you, they're going to take a look at you in the eyes of aggression. I had dreadlocks down in my ass. I know that. So am I wrong for telling my son this is what comes with that?
My oldest has dreads. My middle son does not. But they've all had dreads at different points. Like my ex has dreads, right? So like she's a, it's not even a thing. It's like, and also like lived abroad where dreads is a thing. I don't know.
But it's also so much of a thing that they had to pass a federal law called the Crown Act.
They call it who? What?
It's called the Crown Act. What the fuck is that background? It's called the Crown Act.
They said the Brown Act?
Crown Act. Yes, the Crown Act.
Wait.
Yo. It's the Crown Act.
Yeah, who got that background noise? Who got that background noise?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the Crown Act, and it's to help protect not just women of color, but supposed to be able to protect women and men of a certain ethnic race or whatever from discrimination in the workplace due to their hair.
Yeah, whatever.
You have some employers who would say, yeah, but because that's so much discrimination that comes with that, but for certain look, they had to actually put something in law that says, yo, you can't tell this person they cannot wear this hair like that.
But you're acting like the law didn't happen.
It had to happen. The problem is that it had to happen.
No, I got you. But the law did happen. So you're saying that we should not live in a free society. He shouldn't be able to do his hair the way he wants to do his hair.
You can't switch my argument.
I'm saying, but I'm not switching your argument. I'm telling you that you reference the law. You're saying that the reason why there had to be a law was because of the societal stigmatizing the way that black people's hairstyles are. But basically, you're saying that even though I have protection under the law, I'm going to subvert all of that and still act like, I need, like the law didn't happen. Even though we see guys with dreads all over the place.
Because you're a man of small, you try to say little things, so I want to make sure. When you say that, meaning that's why I'm telling my son, don't do X, Y, Z. Because that stemmed off me using that example of my son getting hair
okay, so what I'm explaining to you is that you are if you are saying that your son needs to that your daughter shouldn't touch doorknobs
a certain way.
No, I get you. Let me finish. Your daughter shouldn't touch doorknobs because society says that women should have men open doors to them. And if you say that your son shouldn't grow his hair the way that he would like to grow his hair, the way it naturally grows, because at some segment of society will find him like culturally what is it offensive,
aggressive.
Right. So if that is the way that you are raising your children, I'm saying that what you are doing is actually acting like the law doesn't matter.
Okay, and then to that I would say yes. Because that's exactly what I'm doing. Because that piece of paper in that law doesn't hold somebody off your ass.
Right, but nothing does, right? If a person wants to persecute you for something, they can find any reason to do so. But the reason that they have the Crown Act is so that you can wear your hair whatever the hell you want. And guess what? In corporate environments, I had dreads. Guess what? I see guys all day. Like I was watching the Super Bowl, a bunch of multimillionaires running around with dreads. I watch in any number of walks of life. This idea that you're talking about like it may still exist to a certain extent in certain levels of like the corporate rung, but your children are very young. I don't understand why you keep acting like the last 5, 10, 15 years didn't happen.
That's the police
because
officer.
In some places, it hasn't, and I've seen it. I've seen what's happened. So before I let my son or my daughter go through some bullshit, you can call me whatever the hell you want to call me.
Okay, you're talking about bullshit. What are you talking about? What bullshit? Like opening the door for themselves? Like,
no.
Oh my God, that is, the collapse of society is upon us.
Somebody's throwing your face in the dirt. Right, just you just standing outside. If I send my son to the corner to go get the cup of milk or go get a gallon of milk for me, and you going down the street and the jump out, and just because you dress like them and you look like them don't mean you hang out with them.
What happened? Did your daughter just pour the milk all over her face one day, and you're like, oh my God, no touching doors for you?
Okay, so you saying your family never sent you to the store?
Yes, my family sent me to the store all the time. I sent my kids to the store too.
And it was in a strange situation, like somebody poured the milk all over their face?
No, I said
So
no.
now
I
why
said the
now
reason
why in my example has to be in a extreme situation?
Oh, because I wasn't talking about the example of sending someone to the store when I was referring to the milk in the face.
No, you
I was
didn't. You
referring
just
to
said
the
so.
fact that he couldn't touch the
Whatever.
doorknob.
Your daughter.
No, you were
does
talking about
everything
what
on the
you're
door.
talking about, but I was referring to something else
yes,
when I said the
but
milk in
hold
the
on.
face.
So if right now I'm talking. So it sounds like we're having two different conversations. Because now
Yeah, we were in
I'm
that
using.
moment. We were in that moment. We
Okay,
were definitely.
so you want to kneel down and double down and go extreme on the doorknob situation. It seems
Yeah,
like you want to
I mean, that's
pivot
not. I don't
from
want to go
that and go
astray.
to the
I didn't want
doorknob.
to kneel down,
Okay,
double down. It hasn't ever
hold on.
left.
Okay,
It's now
hold on,
part of the
Smoke.
permanent
Okay, so
record.
let's
It may be
so now
referred
let's go
to
back to
at
that.
any moment in
That
conversations from
that
here on
sounds
out.
great.
If you know,
So
for any
we're
number of reasons.
tabling. So
I
this
probably
we're
because I think
tabling.
it'll be relevant, but it could
So
be
we're
for
tabling.
comedic, like you know.
Okay, so we're going to table that, right? And
Mhm.
we're going to just go to my daughter.
Uh-huh.
That I believe will set her aside and make her more presentable to society.
More presentable.
Only
I think she's going to be
and
limp wrist. I think she's going to have a
so
deficiency in her wrist
no
torque because
no
he hasn't
no.
like been grown
So
up.
hear me out.
They're opening doors and shit.
So okay, now stop right there.
It's funny actually at this
What I'm
point.
saying,
Like, are
maybe
you
I
gonna
misspoke.
like? Why
Maybe
the hell is your daughter
misspoke.
gonna be
Smoke.
so weak? Like, what's gonna happen?
Okay, that sounds great. So now maybe I misspoke, Smoke, when I said
what's
my
that?
daughter's not going to touch the door. So let me go ahead and reiterate it, right?
Uh-huh.
While my daughter is with a male, it is not her responsibility to open a door for herself. Not only because also there's also safety issues behind that. You can laugh. Okay. So why is it so funny?
What if she wants to go to another room? And there's a door in the way. Does she have to call somebody from another room to come open the door for her? How does this work? Is it just like both of them have to be in the same room together? You got to jump up whenever she wants to leave the room.
Always in the street.
I'm just trying to figure out like I'm just trying to figure out where the boundary gets crossed with you. Does the boundary get crossed when like she's just standing at the door and he's like looking at his phone? I'm just trying to, bro. I'm trying to get a clarifying question because what you're saying
who does not
it
deal
makes me
with
laugh
and deals with things are the way they are and it is what it is. You go to one extreme to the next. Your pendulum is swinging from one extreme to the next, what leads me to believe that
it's not, man. I'm trying to figure out what it is you mean by the word you're using. So if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a clarifying question. Is your issue with like if she was standing and trying to leave the room and she was with a guy and the guy, for instance, was like didn't look up from his cell phone to go like open the door for her to leave? Like, or do you mean like open up a front door or any door, like any door in the house, any door period, or like a car door?
I mean, she's open. I mean, she's going out and she's getting into the car.
Oh, just a car door.
Open for her.
This is a car door.
Hold on. I'm giving an example. You gave multiple questions. Come on.
Okay, I got you. Hey, sorry. Go ahead.
So, examples of like entering a room, a structure for the first time. She's going into the restaurant. Open the door for my daughter. She's going into the car. You open the door for my daughter. Do you need to be at the bathroom? Open the door for her? No. But she needs to. She and the male around her, and just like me, because I do the same thing for any female I deal with, even if I'm not dealing with them. Hell, I could be walking down the street and I can see another woman walking in front of me, and instinctively I start to move toward the outside.
Yeah, you're gonna get one of these MMA bitches fuck you up. Do I look like that type?
That's cool.
You look like a
That's
type.
great. That's great.
Okay,
That's
so hold
great.
on. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Hold
on. Wait. Hold up.
Go
I got a question right quick for you. All right. So you see this woman coming up to a door, and she's butch as fuck. Short haircut, dressed like a 13-year-old boy, short pants, all that shit. Jordans. Like.
I still do as I was taught until I'm told by that person not to.
Okay, you gonna get punched in the chest.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I mean,
that's
she
an
got the
extreme
do-rag. She got the do-rag. She got a do-rag on.
Hold on.
She got the cap. She got a fitted cap with a do-rag. She got the polo. She got the short
while
jeans.
you're talking in the
she got the
streams
J's on. And
So
you're
while
like,
you're talking through and screaming and hypotheticals, let me give you some
nah,
applied knowledge.
I'm trying to put
What
it in.
normally
I'm
happens,
trying to get
the individual, the young lady, would say thank you. Male
You say
female,
thank you,
however she
man.
present herself as. She says thank you. Or she say thank you, bro. Or they might just try to hold the doors and I got it. And I say, no, it's cool. I
Okay,
got
so
it.
let
Go
me ask
ahead.
you this.
And there's
So
no
let me ask
proof.
you this. Let me ask you this. Do you just hold the door open for anybody?
Yeah. I would just, you know, if it's a guy, I'll, you know, hold the door open and as I walk through. But as it was
So just in general, you hold the door open. So just in general, if you saw somebody and you're about to go through a door, over the door, whatever, you just hold the door anyway.
Correct.
Okay, well then none of this fucking matters then. Like, but it was funny though. It did take me a comedic relief. Because me, I open the door. Like I just leave the door. Like if I feel like you are close to the door, you can't do it. Like I'll help somebody with the door if they appear to like, if I can, or if they look like they need it. Like it's not really that deep with the doors. It can though about like getting in and out of cars, but it's a weird one. You have to know like the person that you're with, because some people feel like feel like that's a man's job to do that, and some people feel like you think that they can't take care of their own shit, and they can't, like it depends on the person. That comes down to personal preferences, like who you want to be with and who you want to date, kind of shit. That's my opinion. I mean, my experience. There's a cookie cutter, one size fits all kind of thing. But yeah, a good man, right? Yeah, someone who respects himself, respects respects you, and probably. I mean, I think what a lot of people don't realize until it's too late is that marriages are actually combining of families. And so they don't get to know. That's the beauty of arranged marriages, actually, is the families already know each other before the marriage. This is how it got arranged in the first place. And I think with these cool love relationships where people like fuck their way into a relationship, or it's supposed to be chemistry or whatever the hell, or like shared interests, like that whole idea about like whether or not the family gets along is can be like foundational to the like the health and sustainability of the marriage. I think can be.
Yeah, man, my brother, that's what he want to do. My brother wants to do an arranged marriage. I don't fucking know. I'm more of the feeling of let somebody find love. Maybe that's a fairy tale. Maybe I'm a rom-com fucking connoisseur and I'm just stuck on that shit. But I don't know, man. I think people have the ability to choose. I don't think anyone should be forced into doing some shit.
Well, it's not. It's not that. It's that like the idea that you're going to stay in one kind of emotional state for the rest of your life seems implausible, right? Like and also it seems a little bit psychotic. That you're just going to always like of all the emotions you're going to feel, is going to be always love for this person. Like why? And especially as they grow as people and you have different interests, it isn't your relationship. Like the way that your relationship changes, I don't know. It doesn't really bode well for like marriage being lasting, based like being hooked on the feeling. I think that's why divorce rates are what they are. It's because the feelings don't last like that. I don't think they should. Yeah, either. Like, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, they could. I'm not saying that they shouldn't either. It's cool if they do, but I don't know that needs to be the thing. The requisite for a relationship is that like we're bonded together from here and like it's a romantic thing, like you say. But yeah, I don't think like life requires this thing. I think like especially like happiness doesn't require it, right? Like if you would just like to be a happy person, then like maybe you want to get rid of this fucking sack of shit that you you married 30 years ago. Hopefully they don't turn into a sack of shit though. But maybe you're the sack of shit.
Yeah, man. Who knows? You know.
Yeah, do your workouts, man. Make sure you do the
Okay, so
dishes.
Smoke, what you got on boxing, man? What you got in the boxing news?
Teasing fights that aren't happening. I guess they made the date for Stanionis and Virgil, so that's an okay fight. Got
When?
Robert Plant. We got not. I keep saying Robert Plant. Caleb Plant and Benavidez. That's the big fight everyone's waiting for.
Shit, that's the only fight we waiting on. Shit, there ain't nothing else.
Yeah, no, it's like kind of mad. L-Dub was like, Smoke said that the first quarter wasn't fire. I'm like, okay, L-Dub, if you say so. It's just kind of mad at me, but. Yeah, but bang within social circle was good. But yeah, boxing, right now is just a bunch of like rumors fights. They're just promoting the making of the deal. Like that's what it is. Like Pete did. It's a reality TV show now. They don't make the deal. They just like talk about making the fight, and then they tell you like how it all fell apart. And that's fight promotion. It's like promoting fights that aren't gonna happen. Unless they do. I don't know. It seems like the fights that we get, they don't actually promote those. They just announce those. That's boxing. I don't know. You got something else on it? I like the O'Shaquie Foster fight. It was okay.
I think I don't know, man. I'm tired of this fucking Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis saga, bro. I'm fucking done with that.
What year is this?
Oh my god, bro. I mean, dude, this is the second coming of fucking Earl Smith.
Yeah. We know.
Terrence Crawford, bro. I mean, that shit gets them off. I mean, I'm just sick of the bullshit, you know?
Oh, you mean Usyk and Fury?
No, they got.
How about Better Beeve and Bivol?
Well, they ain't even said that they was gonna fight. They ain't even that wasn't even a question.
I mean, yeah, everyone talks about they won undisputed, but for some reason, Better Beeve and Bivol, they just getting exempt, right? We don't even talk about them shits, right? It's just all about blood and spins. I guess nobody really wants to see those fights. They're Europeans. I mean, I get it. Who gives a shit about them? But let's see what else fights. Loma Devin.
May 20th, they said it's extra stone.
I mean, that's what he said, but then we talk about some other stuff. You know, Bill said they. What did Bill say? He said they said May 20th. So I'm happy. So I'm, you know, I'm hopeful we'll get this job. What did he say? Get the deal signed by then. He was kind of cold with it. It's like they said May 20th. Okay, Bill, I get it. We'll see. What's another one? Monster and Stephen Fulton.
Dope fight.
Yeah, when is that gonna happen? This seems to be this era. This era is all about like teasing fights that we would like to see, and all we hear about is the fucking deal. Like I feel like
sure,
all the fights,
those are fillers. You know, they put out fillers to see what it looks like. Just like a major law firm when they about to go to trial, they looking like to do a big lawsuit. They'll send people out and say, "Hey, have you seen this XYZ happen? What do you think this person would be entitled to?"
Are you talking about the grand jury?
No, not the grand jury. That's something different.
Are you talking about like mock trial? Are you talking about
not a mock trial?
Decide to take on a class action.
Like when they try to take on a class action or a big lawsuit, they'll go out and they'll just ask people like, "Hey, if this happened to this person."
Oh, you know, right. All right. So right. So I can understand.
Thank you for the door, sir.
So here's the thing: way more of those lawsuits actually get filed than these fucking fights get made.
Yeah, I know.
So like right now, it's like damn near. You know, I think 100% of the time the fight doesn't get made.
That's extreme, but I don't want to go against it. That sucks. That is, you can be that extreme, and I don't want to go against it.
Yeah, yes. I think you can't think of a single time where they negotiated in the public and the fight actually got made.
Well, I
can't think of one. Well, it just took fucking forever. I guess. Well, no, when they actually made it, it didn't actually get negotiated in public.
All right, let me ask you a question. Do you think the fact
Maybe
that the
Mayweather
negotiations,
Pacquiao, maybe Mayweather McGregor,
not
maybe.
really, not really. But I got a serious question. Do you think because the negotiations are happening in public, that's why we're not getting like it's being done out of
Yes,
spite?
I don't think they're gonna happen. Correct.
No, no. I'm saying, do you think? Never mind.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. What were you saying? What did I miss?
Hold on. I
I
said,
thought I knew what you were talking about. Did I miss? Hey, go
do
ahead.
you think that the fact that they are negotiating in public is the reason why the fights are not happening? Like society is
Man, they
society
No,
just
itself
full
no,
is
of
no,
holding them
shit,
back.
no.
man. That's why they're not happening.
I think
They
they don't
full of
plan
shit.
on
That's
making
why
the
they're not
fight.
happening.
Yeah, I don't think they don't plan on making the fight. That's why they're negotiating in public. I think negotiating in public is a distraction for not making the fight, so they can just figure out like how to blame somebody.
I think it's the other way around. Honestly, I think the fact that it hits the public, then everybody egos get involved, dick get to swinging, and we don't get it. I think if it happened behind closed
Yeah,
doors, people will humble themselves and be willing to
now,
accept, those bad
as soon as you
bad
start hearing
deals.
leaks, Mike Coppinger, November 19th. Here's the undercard for the November 19th fight.
I'm still waiting on
Yeah,
that
as soon
fight.
as you start hearing that shit, then yeah, like, but the fight is not announced. But it's the media telling you all about how it's happening. It's all leaks. Yeah, these fights don't happen. This is not how you promote a fight. Like you don't want the like leaked like news to like beat you to your own announcement. Like that's not tight. I don't know. Like if that's happening, that means your promotion's already fucking lame. That's like your bootleg Hulk, the Eric Banner Hulk. Like the streets had it way before the theaters had it. Like, what the hell? What's the point of announcing it if everybody already knows?
I hate to fucking have to eat out, man. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
But I tell you
Fuck.
what though. I tell you what though, man. I think
Yeah, I'm
hey,
listening.
but I really think that whoever wins that David Benavidez fight is not getting Canelo either way it go. You know what I mean? If David Benavidez beats Plant, he ain't getting it, and Caleb Plant ain't getting no rematch.
How does Canelo stay a 168-pound champion without fighting the winner of David Benavidez and Plant? Well, I can see how he could do it. I can see how if Plant wins,
See how he
doesn't have
been
to
doing
fight
it.
that guy. But if Benavidez wins, how does he actually not fight either David Benavidez or David Morrell?
Takes a fight at 175.
A fight? Who's he beating at 175?
I don't know. Shit. Probably running back with Biffle.
That's one fight. And that's no longer a champion at 168. I said, how did you stay a champion at 168?
I'm saying, but dog, you act like he can't do whatever the fuck he want to do. He
I
been doing whatever the
mean,
fuck he want to do. So I mean,
I know,
it's
but those
nothing
boys
new.
are young as hell. I'm just saying, like the time is on their side, not on his.
Well, he probably. I mean, they got a better chance of that nigga retiring than them two niggas getting that
Okay,
fight.
there we go. So he's not gonna be champion. That's what I'm saying. The
Okay.
chances of him being champion and staying 168 and not fighting them, not really good, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you this though. I think the winner out of David Benavidez and Caleb Plant is David Morrell.
I mean, probably. If I'm Canelo, why would I do all that? Like, I can say I did the hard work already with the lesser comp, right? All right, I already did the 1-by-1. You guys do the 1-by-1 now. He could. I'm not mad at him. It just shows where he is, though. It certainly isn't inspiring, is it? It doesn't smack of saying Canelo is that dude. And remember, it used to be his job to beat up everybody. Now it's other guys' job to beat up on each other, and then he'll just like clean up the leftovers. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you? I guess he's earned his position.
Now, this is the thing I got. This is the question I got for y'all though. Does David Morrell deserve a fight with Canelo? I mean, with Canelo or Benavidez or a plan? Like, has he earned that?
You earn your title shots, and he's the champion. So either face the challengers who are in the shot to challenge for the title, or vacate the title. Not really that deep a question for me.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta make a call real quick. Hold on.
Here you go.
Nah, fuck that.
What, you got to do Hunger Games first for the Canelo fight?
How's your day today, Smoke?
Oh, cool. Twisting that one.
So I met a chick I really, really like, Smoke.
Yeah.
I really like her. We've been talking
Okay.
for a while now, but you know she's a little older, so I was kind of thrown off. But
Are you gonna ask her
everything?
are you gonna ask her a body count?
Nah. She's too old to ask that. She's in damn near 50, right? Now that's the problem though, Smoke. She's a smoker.
Okay.
Like
But-
Marijuana at that.
Oh,
But she smokes weed?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so she's chill.
She's a bad person. But yeah, that's the problem. She's so chill. I thought she was cool, but now I'm wondering
Very
if
chill.
she's high.
Yeah. I was in love with a girl on cocaine. She had everything going but her brain. Okay, I'm sorry.
What?
Start singing Tom Petty songs shit for you. I don't feel bad for you. That's what you get for having such weird hangups.
I heard you say that in my head. So I said, you know what? I'm still gonna go out. And maybe I can stop her from drinking. I'm from smoking.
There you go. You might as well save yourself both some aggravation. She's 50 years old. She's not trying to hear some little kid and his little ass fucking weirdo thing. As a matter of fact, you should just fucking tell her right now. Just be like, you know what? I think you're a bad person because you smoke weed. Does that make me a bad person? You think we should just end it right now before it gets too deep? I like you a lot.
I like her. Like she's good on her health. Her body is always like she's well took care of. Her kids almost out the house.
Man, the nigga, look, man. The stories are so good. You don't know if he's trolling or if he's telling the truth sometimes.
Yeah, I'm
the
serious.
part about the shit combo. You never really know what he's like.
I'm serious,
what he's
man.
up to.
Combo don't lie.
My younger brother had a girlfriend that was like our parents' age, and it was funny, man. Like she would give gifts, like it was wrap like my parents would get wrap gifts, like velvet and like thank you cards and shit in the mail after.
Oh,
I thought she was gonna give me $5.
I like women like that.
And I don't know. It's just like, my God, you're like my aunt or something. It was just the strangest fucking thing. That was never my thing. But yeah.
I like women like that.
If you can date Mom Dukes, go ahead. Just let just let her know. I'm such an asshole, but you guys are fun.
Listen. I told you my
I
first wife
can't
is 10
do
years
this
older than
thing.
me.
The way that you guys do engaging, God damn. All right, so yeah, if you make me happy, that's one thing. But it sounds like you can't stop judging people. You can't let people be free. So it's probably not going to work out for you if the person is like 50 years old and smokes weed. Like they're probably not trying to hear your dumb shit.
I can change her.
Okay, you're up there trying to train 50-year-olds. When they said you can't take an old dog new tricks, they didn't say unless it's a woman. Like,
Well, actually, they did. 'Cause they didn't say old bitch. They said old dog.
yeah, exactly. They didn't make, it wasn't gender specific.
Well, a bitch is a female dog, like a heifer. And
Yeah, that is gender specific.
cow.
But they said dogs, which include both male and female.
Does it?
Yes. What is a bitch? Female dog.
Yeah.
You say
And what is a
dog.
dog?
You
A male
got
dog.
you got them both. If you say dog, you got them both. A dog bit me. Where's the male or female? I don't know. I do know it's a dog though. And that one, it's kind of hard to keep on the porch or she's too quick.
Hello.
Shit, keep on the porch.
Good.
Let me stop.
Okay. John. Nice to meet
Well, you know, you're just talking about training her, right?
All
That's
right,
the
have a
whole
good one.
thing, right?
This man has sat there and turned his camera mic on so we can hear him fuck up this whole interview. We can't be in an interview moaning and groaning, Coop.
Or what? Says who?
Hey, Smoke,
Say it.
you going to the Cop Outs this weekend?
What's happening at the Cow Palace this weekend?
It's a little fight.
Who's fighting?
We got it's a local fighters.
Maybe. It doesn't sound bad necessarily. I was kind of looking forward to going to the Warriors game tonight. Don't the Bucks play? Don't we play the Bucks tonight?
It's not a we, it's you and John.
Oh, you're not a Warriors fan?
Don't like Steph Curry or LeBron James play for them? One of those guys play for them.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's Steph.
Which one is it? Steph Curry or LeBron?
Yeah, Steph Curry.
Okay.
He don't watch basketball, dog.
Yeah. I mean, I picked up on that with the question.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been sarcastic?
No, I wasn't being sarcastic. I was answering your question. That was the correct answer to your question. But I also, with the question,
So-
understood that you didn't watch basketball.
Are they inside like are they inside their playoff? This is playoffs,
It's not
or
even
is it
playoff
regular
weekend
game?
yet. I mean, it's not even All-Star weekend yet. But yeah, they're both going to be in the playoffs.
No, I'm saying, like, is this a playoff game?
It's not even All-Star weekend yet.
What
And
the
by
fuck does
that,
that mean to me?
that means that his season's not even halfway over yet.
Okay.
The All-Star break is generally the midpoint of the season. Give or take.
Okay. See, because of the sport I like, the Super Bowl, the Pro Bowl is right before it, not in the middle of it.
What do you think the? But the Pro Bowl is fucking lame.
Yeah, it is. It sucks now. It really sucks. Really sucks.
Shout
Shout out to the boxing section.
What do you think of the Super Bowl?
Dude, my daughter destroyed it for me.
What, she opened the door by herself?
Yeah. No, she wouldn't let me like be alone. I had to keep holding her. I had to keep talking to her. I had to keep feeding her. She wouldn't just relax. She kept bringing me her plate and opening her mouth like, feed me. And I'm like, yo, you can feed yourself.
That's why you gotta tape them. That's why you tape the matches and
Man, I've seen all of
later and all that stuff.
I've seen all of probably like one quarter, dude. Man, I'm trying to go back and watch it tonight. I've seen all of one quarter, dude. It was the worst Super Bowl ever. It was the worst experience ever. I had cooked the food, I had the pizza, I had my drinks, and this little girl didn't give a fuck about me.
Well, I mean, hopefully once they grow up, you can get back into the sport.
That shit was the worst. I tried to put her to sleep. She sat there and just looked at me.
But yeah, once mine got big, off to college, having their own lives, got right back.
My father wouldn't help me. He just kept laughing, talking about, well, that's what you get for spoiling her. I told you. I'm like, please, just let me watch the game. You older.
Okay, so you get...
I couldn't even go to the
bathroom.
bathroom.
What was going on in the game?
Huh?
He was just doing I told you so all night? He wasn't telling you what was happening in the game?
Oh yeah, he was making it worse because he's like, oh yeah, you just missed. Oh man, it's a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. It's a
Come
really
on.
good game for one of the best Super Bowl games I can think of recently. Yeah, that
Because
was.
initially I thought it was gonna be a blowout.
And then it came up. Then my man put he literally dropped the ball. That's it. And then it was a
And I'm
game.
gonna see it. I don't even know about this call that everybody keeps talking about, but I'm gonna watch it. And I'm gonna watch the Sharky Foster fight. I don't have my kids. I can catch up on important things in life.
The Super Bowl is a better fight than it's a better game if Sharky Foster was a fight.
It wasn't impressive.
It was all right. It was kind of interesting. It was kind of It was when you have a guy. The same thing happened with Devin Haney. When the guy didn't turn it up, you can tell he had other gears, but the other he didn't need them. It's like one of those kind of fights.
Well, no, Devin Haney. I wouldn't say he doesn't hit his other gears because he doesn't.
No, I'm just talking about in the first Gamboa's fight.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, he went up
he had in that last fight.
Yeah, but also what's his ass tried to win a little bit more. He sold out a little bit more. So Devin Haney, since that guy was more aggressive, Devin Haney brought the act right to him. And
don't nobody in Oakland have anything about act right. They don't know what act right is in Oakland.
What'd you say?
So nobody out Oakland or California in general
use the term act right? That's sorry,
they ain't handing out no straightening.
The landscapers here making fucking a ton of noise in the back outside. Fuck.
They're not handing out any straightening out there on the West Coast.
What?
They're not handing out any straightening over there on the West Coast.
They're not handing out straighteners, but no, we got act right all over the place. We pull cards in California.
Nah,
we got act right. We got we got thought you knew. We got a bunch of shit out here.
They ain't making no noise over there.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Oakland, yeah, nobody. But do you know that Oakland has 400,000 people, and we ring out internationally? It's been had like 400,000 people like my whole life.
Toughest thing over there is an earthquake.
Yeah, earthquakes are tough. I don't know why you saying that like it's a bad thing. Yeah, the ground will swallow your fucking punk ass up whole. Like you out there talking about like, oh my god, dude, what did you say to him? Oh god, you guys are funny. You guys are funny, bro.
I finally got home, not gonna drink alcohol, and this girl's not around me.
I'm talking earthquake hits. Your daughter's like standing at the doorway waiting for a man to open the door for her.
Don't have to worry about standing there. Daddy will carry her.
Yeah,
like a real man wants
to. What if Daddy sleep because he fell asleep watching the game?
Trust me, she won't let me do that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I remember those days, man. Yeah, I would just tape the game because, and that's the thing is you don't have, especially with my daughter, because I had raised my boys. My son, like, oh my god, my middle son.
Mm-hmm.
If I try to sleep through through anything, actually, this dude, he will get a VHS tape and whap upside my head.
Yeah, I gave her iPad.
My oldest son wasn't quite so aggressive. He knew how to wake me up. And the daughter, it was easy. But yeah, my middle son was not playing none of that shit.
It's just this girl.
No games.
My other kids are fine. It's just this baby, man. I gave her iPad. I said, "You want to watch it?" Because she was laying on me. She was watching it, so I gave it to her. I put it in her hand, and I got up.
Always distracted.
I gave it. I got up to pour me a drink, and when I came back, she threw the iPad on the floor, stood on it, and started screaming at me.
Yeah.
So I picked her up because she wanted me to pick her up. So I picked her up. I held her again, got her comfortable, put her in the seat beside me. She hopped up, climbed back on me. I couldn't. I'm trying to watch the game. I got a fucking baby's ass in my face.
Yeah. It's parent raising time, not kid. It's raising kid time.
Well,
Fuck that
the
game.
problem is my father just sat there and laughed.
Yeah. Exactly. You're raising kids now.
Somebody let her cry. You don't let no girl cry.
Yeah, well, then, you know, at least you're joining the fucking the 21st century
Man.
and raising the fucking babies instead of thinking it's just somebody else supposed to do it.
Yeah, no, I can't wait till I find me a girlfriend. Then I ain't gotta do this shit no more.
Okay.
Be her job.
Well, this 50-year-old one, you're gonna have grandma do it. She's gonna have your baby selling nickels and dimes in DuPont Circle.
Yo, Smoke. Be respectful, man. I think she's listening. You just mad because you can't get a girl that young.
Yo, no, listen. That is not what that's not what I'm after. Just to let you know. Actually, that's the correct age, right? That is age appropriate. The young ones, your age, oh my God, nah. I leave all that mess to you guys. Young women are for young men. That's just shit you guys are on. Sound stupid as fuck.
Shit.
You trying to train old women to not smoke weed? I'm twisting one up right now.
Yeah, I told you, hey, man. Listen, through this brotherhood, all y'all gonna stop smoking. Why? I'm here to help y'all through this.
Which do you think is more exhausting? Trying to raise a child or trying to raise an adult that is raising your child?
Don't worry, Smoke. I'm gonna teach you. You gonna learn.
Okay. No,
you gonna stop smoking.
Okay,
you gonna stop smoking. You gonna stop smoking, Smoke.
Yes, I will stop smoking. If you think it's because of you,
it will be because of me. I'm gonna help influence you to make the smart decision.
Okay.
And get away from that gateway.
The gateway. Okay. Let me ask you this. If you had a guess.
Check the screen, Campbell.
If you had a guess, how many recreational drugs do you think I've done?
You say kick the screen?
I said check the screen.
Look at you, Andy. You on my list too. I'm here to save you from it.
Good luck.
Smoke. I think at least 3.
At least 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll say 5 because you were the Georgetown and the
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that there's probably 3 or maybe 5 that I haven't done that you could probably name.
Well, I know that you've done cocaine. I know that you've done marijuana, which is the worst one of them all.
Yeah.
I know you've done ecstasy. Mm-hmm. I know that you've done PCP.
No.
That's what I got.
No, I've not done PCP.
Smoke has with the mushrooms.
That's one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about mushrooms. Yeah. I would try that. I actually wanted to do that.
Hey,
somebody's gonna make your stomach hurt.
You like gateway, bro? Like you're so far up. I've gone through the gate. I've seen what's on the other side of the gate. I don't know why you like gateway. I'm like, what the hell?
Hey, Smoke.
What's up, man?
You ever fuck with the DMT?
Yep.
How'd you like it?
Come on, Smoke, man. Why would you touch that shit?
It's kind of like indescribable. Like, so I've done it 3 times in my life, and every time I do it, I go like, okay, probably won't do that ever again.
But
maybe 10 years or something. I've done it in maybe in like 10-year intervals, like over about 30 years. I've done it 3 times.
What about the toad?
Say again?
So what about the toad?
No, not the toad. I did each time it was so one was like I got it from the Amazonian tree bark. I never got the toad shit. I got one that was and the other 2 times was synthetic. The only natural shit I got was from the Amazon. Okay. And that one I definitely saw patterns and shit like that. It's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of impossible to describe actually.
Maybe the opium.
It really is. Like it's kind of
I want to try.
stuff. Like,
I want to try opium
get different
and
doses.
mushrooms.
They've done a ton of both of those things. Like India was rife with opium, but opium is something you get around.
Yeah, I figured
opium
that because you
comes
said
and
you was in
goes.
India. I figured you did because you was in India.
Say again?
I figured you did because you was in India.
No, I first did opium in the Bay. Like the opium
What?
comes around here all the time.
They breed crackheads out there. God damn.
Yeah, like opium. You realize opium dens used to be all around the Bay, like hundreds of years ago. Like we've had opium here. You know, the Chinese opium.
Fucking cheap.
Yeah, San Francisco being it was an international port. It's
Oh
one of
yeah,
the very first cities
yeah.
in China, like
It
Chinatown.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, LSD, heroin, all that shit. Like I don't know what, like weed's a gateway. Okay,
What was the hardest one to kick?
hardest one to kick. I was never addicted to anything outside of cannabis.
Why not? Why do you think he wasn't?
Probably because I smoke cannabis.
Who?
So the cannabis got you prepared to do it though.
No, life got me prepared to do it. Like the same way it got me prepared to smoke weed. Same way it got prepared me to eat cherries. Like,
But it didn't teach you to open the door.
yeah, no. I'm just saying. That's what I like. I'm not going to be a person who I don't want to be generally inexperienced. Like, I don't fear shit like that. Like, there's things that I don't want to do and I don't want to experience. Like, I don't want to be like in the penitentiary, right? For example, that's the kind of shit that I don't want to experience. Fucking, I've never chased a dragon. I don't like it.
You never chased a dragon you didn't like?
I said I never chased a dragon. I don't like needles, like shit like that. Like I don't need needles and props to get me high. Like maybe a pipe, you know, maybe a tobacco leaf, shit like that. I'm fine. Popped a bunch of pills.
You ever done drugs with your significant other?
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, that's kind of the point of some of them.
No, I'm talking about your partner now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of the point for some of the drugs.
I enjoyed that I could have this conversation with you guys because none of my friends had this conversation with me.
What?
About
like,
marijuana being
doing drugs and watching porn for
no. How marijuana's a gateway drug.
Other? Fucking for days on end, like
I always go back and forth with my little sister about this because she calls herself quote unquote what the fuck you call that shit? I call it a pothead, but she calls it a can of something. Like she's really into that shit. She's really into not cannabis connoisseur, a botanist because she's into the plants and flowers and she's into the cannabis and she says that's her calling in life and she makes all these she almost had me addicted one time because she gave me this pain medicine and I thought it was like icy hat that was just like in the refrigerator, but like some homemade icy hat. Then
you only got addicted one time, huh?
Yeah, because I didn't know it made my back feel so good. Like I was able to move around. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Don't have better quality of life. Oh my god! That's from the devil.
And so I was like, "Yo, can you make me some more of that stuff?" She said, "I need some weed so I can infuse it." And I'm like, "Whoa! You got me lotioning my back with marijuana. Like you trying to turn me into a crackhead?"
Yeah, anyway. Anyway, do you think you do know that crack is is cocaine, not like fucking weed in lotion, right?
That shit was bad for me.
Yeah,
I don't know that's what that shit was. I never used it.
I don't know who got a hold of your brain, but they fucked it right up.
The name is there. No, I got personal reasons why I don't do drugs. To be honest with you, it's straightforward. So I just
It's
kind of say
better than
fuck
having
it.
other people's reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's depending on the drug. Like, listen, the human experience is to self-medicate. At some point, it is what it is. Like, the higher you are in positions of power of authority, then you have less chances to imbibe. Those tend to be the most sober people. But if your responsibility isn't to run some fucking corporation, then why in there? And by corporation, I don't mean like a
I got what you're saying.
like I'm being run an organization. I don't mean
Yeah, I
corporation.
got
I
what you're
mean
saying.
run an organization. If that's not your thing to be the head, the hierarchical head, then yeah, shit, get fucked up. Everybody else is.
So my purpose and my reason for it is, when I was born, there was a bunch of different drugs in my system, and
There's a
I
bunch of
had to go through because of my mother, by my biological mother. So, you know, I had to go through withdrawal and everything as a baby. I was born with it caused a hernia, and I still remember like I don't remember exactly the pains, but I do remember the discomfort and stuff going through as a child. So, with that being said, I just stay the fuck away from it.
Yeah, who knows what the fuck happens to you? Like it seems like you might turn into motherfucking Pookie, to fucking New Jack City.
Like this is what I've been missing. This is what I've been missing. Mama, you hear me? Here I come. I'm on the White Dragon.
Yeah,
just
man.
like
I don't
you.
know what the hell happened to Chris Rock. What in the hell was in that pipe?
Marijuana.
Okay, I don't think so.
Hey, but you can't get addicted off of CBD oil, bro. You gotta relax, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yo, here's CBD oil too. Oh man, get the fuck out of here.
I'm good. She set me up.
Hey, Cabo.
Huh?
I say, don't feel bad, nigga. I say, you really was preaching to the choir. Only reason I'm here is because my daddy had a good blow, and my mother was broke.
Yeah.
Hey, I understand. It's what it is.
Yeah. Well,
Yo,
my
shout out
parents
to
were married for
God.
years.
Do you think Barrios stops Ryan Garcia?
Mario Barrios stops Ryan Garcia?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Maybe. Probably not. Also, he's just kind of stands there. Standing there is not good for
You think
fighting
he's too
Ryan
easy
Garcia.
to hit? Yeah, he's too easy to hit for Ryan.
Yeah, he's like, that's the thing about Tank Davis. Like, what you like Tank Davis's guys for the most part either come at you or stand still.
Yeah.
That's it. He ain't got to go look for you. Mario Barrios is a standstill guy.
Barrios, we said last night, we might give Garcia some problems, bro.
He probably would. He would give him some problems, but I've still got Ryan. Once you start putting that lateral movement on his ass and he has to reset those horrible fucking feet, that's when he becomes like, yeah, really limited guy. But if you're just gonna stand there and trade with him, yeah, he's got those fast hands, and especially in combination. And has a hell of a. He knows how to disguise that left hook or where it's going really well. He definitely knows how to dress that one up.
Yeah. I think he's just too. I think they just feeding him at this point. Which that's what Golden Boy does. He feeds his fighters food to keep him going and keep a little money in his pocket.
Yeah,
he's not into it to make the competitive fights. Did you go back and watch that Lonnie B interview that Carol did, man? Go show us some love. Smoke.
What'd you ask me? What are you talking about?
Did you go back and watch that interview that Carol did and show us some love?
What interview with whom?
Lonnie B.
With who?
Lonnie B.
Lionel Thompson.
Who's Lonnie B?
Lionel Thompson. Lonnie B.
Who is Rondo Thompson?
He was
The one that beat Usataki.
Go. Was it today? Monday.
Who's Gatsky? Didn't that
3 days
same guy
ago?
Caleb Plant beat for his belt? Is Gatsky the same guy that Caleb Plant beat for the belt?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just go back and watch the damn video and sit in the light. If you had an interview on your page, I'll do the same damn thing. Now go back, like the video. You ain't even gotta watch it. Just like the fucking video, Smoke.
Why are you so into peer pressure? Why do I have to do it just because you did? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh. Don't you know that card's already been played? How you think that's smart smoking weed?
I feel like you were sitting by somebody. I feel like it was sent to you.
You think I was sent? Oh well, I mean, we are alive on Earth at the same time. Must be a miracle, right?
That's what you want to call it.
That's what they do. There's, it's all kinds of serendipitous connections that happen. Like
Alien.
spirituality to me is just
You
about
alien.
connected with everything.
You alien?
No, I was born in America, actually.
No. You shooting down your blips right now.
Who am I? What?
You're shooting down your pods right now.
We're shooting down my paws? Oh, am
yes,
I?
E.T.
I'm one of those brainwashing aliens that's gonna subvert human race and replicate them with my plant-based extraterrestrial brethren.
Yeah. And you're trying to do it one puff at a time.
I hear you, man. But, it's far out, man. Well, look, there's worse things, right? Than being high. Like sober can be one of them. It's not necessarily one of them, but they definitely are worse things than being high. Let me ask you this: would you rather be stoned or in solitary confinement? And if you're in solitary confinement, would you rather be there sober or stoned? I'm just saying, this is worse thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. The hell?
Well, I'm gonna be stoned. We'll be somewhere smoking good, man.
You know what I'm saying? You put me in solitary, slip me a bag of that ooh-wee. Why not?
I'd rather have the mushrooms than the ooh-wee. But
that shit, that might sound like a horrible trip.
Oh man.
God damn, that sounds like a bad trip for me. I don't know. Like, I need space to roam. I need, like, it's this hot and, like, by yourself and train. Oh, no. Hell to the no. Yeah, that's the opposite of a good time for me.
Smoke did, but I was able to come across a half a pound of mushrooms, and I was able to chew for 4.5 months.
Okay.
I never was not chewing.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you.
When I felt that stomach, that uneasiness in the stomach come about, I knew it was time to get myself right. And when I tell you, I fell in love with them.
No, mushrooms are straight. It's not that, but I had, like, I was in Holland. In Amsterdam? Yeah, I was in Amsterdam specifically. I was in Amsterdam. And yeah, just by myself fucking high in my mind in a goddamn hotel room even, and that was just too much. I had to call the homies to talk me through that shit through the night. Like I can't imagine that same thing being in a goddamn cell. I was in a hotel, a nice ass hotel room, and I was like, oh shit, this is too much. Yeah, stuck in a room for nah. Maybe, but that just sounds like hellish.
I'll make it do what it do. I was in Jamaica. I had a villa. It was the first time I tried them. Now, me not knowing what they do, I'm talking with my partners and shit. He like, don't eat too much. So I grabbed the biggest piece. Got me. They laughing.
Off to the races. Yeah, off to the races.
So about 20 minutes later, I'm like, that shit ain't shit.
Yeah. You're an hour 20 though.
Shoot a couple more pieces.
Okay, all right.
Listen, man. It was a old big screen TV at the villa, right? About a 60-inch. It's a 16-seater wraparound couch.
Uh-huh.
That shit kicked in. My legs wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And it's late. So Animal Planet was on the screen, right?
Okay.
The lions and the giraffes jumped out the screen, and I'm looking at them on TV, but they in the room with me. So I'm trying to touch them, and they not there.
Oh yeah.
I was tripping.
The optical illusions, yes. Your eyes are playing tricks on you.
Yeah. So here go the fucked up. Somebody had went outside to the beach, and they left the screen cracked.
Mm-hmm.
A real crab crawled in the house. So I'm tripping.
And
they looking at me, but I'm looking at the crab too. But I hear it's clicking this little claws. So it crawls up the other end of the couch, and I'm sitting toward the middle right side of the couch. So
and this got like Roman crabs and shit.
Yeah, because we right off the beach. So it makes its way all the way to my ear, and I was able to get my right hand, enough control of my right hand, and slap it off the couch. But I fell on the floor. But it was outside of the couch.
Yeah.
I had to crawl up the stairs. They was laughing like a motherfucker at me. I'm like, help!
It's
but I liked the feeling though. But I just didn't like that I couldn't use my leg.
Well, I've never been like I've been like kind of catatonic, but I don't know. I've been beyond words. I just been smiling and chilling and all stuff. The first time I did it was at Wesleyan in Connecticut, and it's like really it was like a wooded area, so. And it's outdoors, and it was like kind of misty and all that stuff. Like it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. I felt like it was a really good like first time experience because I got to be with trees. I think for me,
you got to be with nature.
The closest you can be to a tree with mushrooms is probably the happiest experience you can be. Like a place that has a bunch of trees, because that's generally like where mushrooms grow anyway. Yeah. I don't know. I have a whole like philosophy behind it, but anyway, for me, that is the thing. Like the craziest place to do that shit is in like in urban environments, in cities, like in New York City and like Amsterdam, all that shit. Like it's just the way that my mind works, that you start deconstructing everything.
That lives down the street.
I can't imagine doing that shit in jail.
Oh man, yeah, I'll be chilling. Shit, my brain to go to work, I'd be feeling like I could break the bars or just pop the lot.
I mean, it might be cool. I might come out with something that, if I could just focus my mind on something. But just left to my own devices, on mushrooms, in a cell, in a solitary confinement thing. Because, also with mushrooms, you get like weirdly hungry at parts and like, you want to drink and shit. And then you try to get a snack on, and then your stomach's like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
You go through all that stuff. okay, now it's time to go outside. Like you've been indoors forever. You gotta get the feel of air on your face and look at the moon. Yeah, and like mushrooms are a natural trip for me.
You'll be both.
If I do mushrooms, I want to do it at like a petting booth or like a farm around animals and a fire pit. I think it'll be peaceful.
It could be. It could be.
Get you a good fire pit going, some kittens and a couple of lamb and some goats, some chickens.
I see a crazy trip because I'm telling you, when the lion and the giraffe jumped out the screen, and I'm looking at them on TV, but they are literally in front of me, and they looking at me, and I'm trying to touch them and pet them.
I just the macro and the micro, the way those things like interplay and like the irony of life and like matter and all that shit just becomes like so much, especially on mushrooms. Like what you're saying, like the giraffe jumps out, so it's just like you start to think of. For me, I start to think of the process of like how your brain receives information, and then interprets it, and how that is. Whatever, like receptors are being blocked, certain things are being heightened. I just start tripping off that shit. So sometimes with jokes, it's just like laughing and funny, but it can, depending on like, where I was and the environment around me, that shit can get a little bit weird.
So I stumbled across like a pound and a half of some mushrooms, and like I was going to take it. And my buddy was like, "Yo, you never even smoked weed. You need to start with weed first." And I was like, nah, I don't want to get high. I don't want to, do no crazy drugs. I'm just going to eat a little mushroom.
They're really not the same thing. Weed is not a crazy drug.
And he was like, dude, if you do mushrooms, you might as well smoke this J with me.
Well, the thing is, that is really the issue, is that like, you're doing mushroom, like there's parts during your trip that smoking weed is absolutely brilliant for. But if you don't smoke weed, you don't even know how to maintain it. I don't even know what you'd be doing. Like, really, you just be out there like flashing, whatever.
I've done that sober. I've done that sober.
Done what sober?
I ran up. I was running down the street as next a couple times.
Yeah, but like mushrooms, like you'll be like there's a part, depending on how your experience is, how strong it is. But you can literally like you can be divorced completely from your ego. Like not have a history, a personal history, a name or anything. You're just like existing in the moment in time.
I've heard that.
You don't have an ego or an id. You're just like, you just are, right? And then it all comes back to you. Oh yeah, I'm with this person. Oh yeah, I have a body. I'm like on Earth. I'm a human being. Like all this shit. Like you totally deconstruct your identity, and then it comes back to you.
No. I've heard that. I have heard that before. But what turned me on from it was when they told me that it hurts your stomach really bad. One person told me eat. One person like you gotta eat. The other person like, nah, dog, you don't want to eat. I'm like, I don't know.
It depends. If what your stomach tells you. Sometimes you get hungry and then you try like, whatever.
Well,
the wife.
My boy said he had a bowl of cereal. He said he had a bowl of spaghetti before he took it, and he was like, that shit fucked his stomach up. Like, he was like, it was the worst feeling ever. His stomach was killing him. He couldn't enjoy the high because he ate before. So I don't know. And I'm like, you guys are professional drug addicts. You smoke weed, so you should know. If you guys can't come up with the same conclusion, I know I don't want to do nothing. It's gonna make my stomach hurt.
It'll give your stomach an uncomfortable feeling. So when that feeling came about, I just ate more, and it went away immediately.
Shit, throwing up. The other side of throwing up is an even better fucking trip for me.
No, I never threw up.
Oh shit, I threw up like a regular mushrooms. Yeah.
So you have a gag thing that you enjoyed.
No, I don't enjoy it. It's just that the other side of throwing up is a way better trip.
When you're done, like when you can breathe again.
No, it's not even that. It's that it's actually really fucking strong. It's like it becomes super intense.
Oh God, It feels so good.
Going
to be in the house
down
with no
and
damn
coming up.
kids.
It's kind of like it's like way more intense after over there on the other side of throwing up.
And see, every time I felt it coming down, grab some more.
Yeah, so you chew them like it's food. Like for me, I'm not a big fan of mushrooms. As a matter of fact, I ate so many
I heard you
mushrooms.
make the tea.
I can't
I heard
really
you can make
even
tea.
eat other mushrooms, like stuffed. Like at Safeway, they have this huge like stuffed mushroom thing up on Redwood Road. Yeah. Anyway, I can't even.
I had this chick. She was a yogi. Oh my god, she was so flexible. You know, yoga instructor. And she was so fucking flexible, so dope, dude. And
Did
you know
she
what
smoke
I'm saying,
weed too?
man? That's why I had to cut her off. Beautiful as fuck, man. Beautiful. Oh my god, like she was my high school crush, my middle school and high school crush. She gave me the time of the day. She pussy was amazing. Oh my god.
And because she smoked weed, you fucked it up.
Nah, I didn't fuck it up. She fucked it up.
That's what you get. Her pussy probably still good. Like,
nah, man. Like she was smoking too much. Like I can see you smoke maybe once a week. Hit a
ain't
J in the
nobody trying to
morning.
hear that dumb shit,
It
man.
got
I
irritating.
used
Like
to
you wake up in the morning, you hit a
for that
J.
shit that you telling me right now, because the girl, like, so, especially like in college, they're trying they act like your sperm is theirs. It's like, oh well,
Listen,
the babies.
It's disrespectful.
If you don't have like the men that I have babies with, they're not going to be, going to have these cannabis sperm. Like, okay, cool. I wasn't trying to get you pregnant, bitch. Bye.
I feel like it's disrespectful. I feel like it was disrespectful when like we'll fuck and she's like, oh, I gotta hit a J. Or we about to fuck and she want to get high before we fuck. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, I get you. You're very insecure. Like, here's
It's like you're doing this.
Listen,
Shut up,
if I want to do something like before, after, or during, I'm gonna do it. If I want to hop off the job and take a swig or something, I'll do that. I'll be back.
That's different. Taking a swig ain't no problem.
That is, I'll be back. Yeah, Jameson, all that, whatever. It might be something. It might be Jameson. It might be water. Might be orange juice. Like
Combo.
Huh?
Can never talk about the kettle, man. Both of the motherfuckers is black. Now
but that's why I don't smoke. I only drink.
But you'll talk about somebody who's smoking something that came out the earth, but you sipping a concoction that was man-made
of things that came out of the earth.
Yeah, from things, but it's a process.
Hey. First of all, we're not gonna put alcohol on trial here because alcohol ain't never do nothing to nobody.
Okay,
this
there
motherfucker
we go.
don't do shit to keep you calm,
there it is.
Peaceful. It don't bother no motherfucking body.
So when they say blame it on the alcohol, what do they mean? Does that sound like something good that like happened? Like, oh yeah, I got $100 million. Blame it on the alcohol. Like you might be Conor McGregor and say that, but like most people, that's not what they're talking about.
Alcohol ain't never bothered nobody.
No.
Hit the weed, nigga. Cut the bullshit.
Fuck no, I'm good with my drink.
I feel like you have smoked weed too, and this is all an act.
No, I haven't. I got disappointed in my little brother. He smoked weed, man. I can
understand it too, but like DC weed is fucking trash. Like you get it from West Virginia, the fucking hill, like yeah.
No. Our weed is actually we have some of the best. We have some of the best.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Maybe back when you were
hold
here,
up a second.
it wasn't.
Just so you understand,
everybody.
I had a hub out there, like I had a grow house out of Maryland. I was killing the game because the weed was so fucking whack there.
Yeah, back in the day it was, but now with this, how California got open, so many people go there.
But you don't understand that this is all commercial shit now. Like commercially grown, like they don't let this shit mature. The tracks are fucking whack. Like no, the weed's actually worse under this thing. You are not ready at all, bro. You're not. The shit that you're on is just you're on some 1930s shit. You like act like the last 90 didn't happen. You're like clutching your pearls over fucking nothing at all.
I'm not gonna smoke none of this shit anyway, so it don't matter. Hell, I actually sprinkled cocaine on my weed when I sold it to people and told them it was kind bud.
I got another one twisted up. Ugh. I got to do my workout.
How do you work out and get high?
Funly.
Easily.
Funnily
Never
enough,
understood that.
I have a good time. Just place yesterday though, so I'm still kind of like doing some core things, preparation. Maybe I'll just do some push-ups.
I gotta go do something to eat.
Well, all right, fellas, I'm gonna catch up on some television because I couldn't do that. Y'all have a good time.
That's cool. That's cool. Teach your daughter to open doors before she get
She
burned
knows
up in
how.
fire or some
She
shit.
walked in on me and her motherfucking. She knows how.
Okay.
Oh shit. Yeah, I gotta go find me something to eat. Y'all get it in, I'll be back.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna just be on pause for a minute because I don't know where Kyle is.
Yeah, Kyle,
No, we about to settle down. I was just waiting for y'all
Okay.
to finish our points. Hey, Smoke, remember, Coop is going live at 6:30.
Who? What?
Coop is going live at
What'd you say?
6:30. Coop is going live
Okay.
at 6:30.
That's what's up. Are you doing it? It is Monday. What's up with
He
karaoke?
said we do the same shit on my page. We doing yours.
Okay, yeah, this is what. Okay, I get it. The ping pong. I'll see what's up with the notifications. But all right, what's up with the karaoke? Do you still do that on Mondays?
Nah, they cut that shit off, man. My homeboy, he started working on that day, and then Taco Tuesday it was back popping. So he said he ain't fucking with that place. He's gonna just do Taco Tuesday.
That's not man. Peace out.
All right, peace.